Hello, entrepreneurs. Welcome to Business 101, where we answer questions that small businesses or entrepreneurs may have. If you have any questions you'd like us to answer, comment below your questions. Today, we will be learning how to create a business plan for your business. Included will be some worksheets. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Whether you are just starting out or have been in business for years, a business plan has numerous benefits, but it's definitely not required. Business plans helps you have a clarity of your objectives and strategies. It's a roadmap. It identifies potential risks and challenges, includes marketing research, and can help you with long-term goals. It can help you start or expand your business. Business plans can be 1 to over 30 pages. The length varies on certain factors like the complexity of your business, your target audience, and your specific goals. Business plan includes a one-pager, a business model canvas, and a multi-plan. It is up to you to see what works best for you, but in today's video, we will show you how to use a multi-page plan. The one-pager you could find linked below. The multi-page plan you could find on our Etsy shop. It would be the same template that we show you in this video. One, it consists of an executive summary. An executive summary is a concise summary including its name, location, mission statement, and a brief overview of your products or services. It also highlights your unique selling proportion, also called the USP, and what sets you apart from your competitors. The next part is the business description. This goes into more details of your business, including information of the history, if applicable, motivation for starting it, target market, market trends that may affect your business. This is ideally for people who are interested in, say, clothes. Market analysis would be the next part. It goes more into the target business, including identifying ideal customers, their demographics, preference, and purchasing behaviors. It also includes identifying competitors using the SWOT method, which we will go in depth later in the video. Then is the products and service page, which just goes in depth such as prices, materials, and unique features. This helps determine what the need is and desires of your target market is and what to price your product. Next is market and sales strategies. This outlines your marketing and advertising strategies. This can include social media, online sales platforms such as Etsy ads, and partnerships. This also includes price strategies and sales channels. Next is the organization and management, which includes the team. And what are their roles? Of course, this is different for everyone because you may be flying solo or you may have multiple people working on your store. You will use this to identify any organizational structures that works for you and any plans for growth, such as if you're planning on hiring people later on. Next is the funding requirements. This estimates the startup costs and ongoing expense. This is good for businesses starting out. But if you already have started your business, you could use this for projects or any new idea or product or service that you have in mind. This will include how much funding you need and how you plan to obtain it, such as personal savings, loans, grants, or investors. Next is the final projections. This is creating a detailed financial projection, including income statements, balance sheets, and cash flow statements for the next 3 to 5 years. Of course, these are just assumed ones. These are not guaranteed. If this is not something that you're interested in, you could instead just keep a budget tracker. This will include assumptions and data sources to support your financial projections. Next is the operations plan. This includes day-to-day operations. This includes how you will source materials, create or produce products or services, and fulfill orders. Finally is the risk analysis. This identifies potential risks and challenges that you may face and explain how to plan to mitigate them. This can be very helpful, especially when you're starting out, or perhaps you want to start a new project. This can help identify potential risks that you may face that you could avoid in the future, or may not have to face at all. Some other things to include are information that supports your business plan, such as resumes, portfolios, market research data, or legal documents. The last advice is to review your business plan regularly and update it as needed. Not every business plan is going to be perfect. Sometimes you have to make some changes because things don't go always according to plan, or your business isn't having any growth. It's never going to be perfect, but it will benefit you in the long run. Now, let's dive deep into our business plan. So first we begin with the executive page. On this page we have the name and logo. You can write the name at the bottom of the circle. Inside the circle, you can either design your logo or print out a picture of your logo and glue it there. Some other information we have on here is the location. Now, location can differ for your business or shop. It can vary from being online or in a physical store. If you have more than one location, you want to write that down. For this example, our mission statement is to provide stylish clothing for children and pets. Throughout this template, I will be using this imaginary shop called Style Mark, which creates stylish clothes for children and pets. We will use this example to go through how to use this template. Next, we have the brief overview of product or service. Now, there's different ways how you can use this template. You are welcome to draw your products or services, or just write them out in words, even put them into categories. Next, we have the unique selling proposition, or the USP. For this example, we will be using drawings from various artists. Now, the unique selling proposition is different for everyone. Now, everyone's going to have something unique that they will be selling, whether this be their own art, something they handmade, or something that's different from what everyone else is making. As we move on, our business description includes motivation for starting. In this example, we use clothing for my younger siblings. Motivation for starting can be different for everyone. This can include not wanting to work a full job, wanting to be their own boss, having a side job, or something that they experience or their family has experienced and they want to help solve it. Next we have is the business goals. Any business that doesn't start off with some business goals may fail. It is best to keep the goals in mind because even if you don't fail without business goals, it is hard to know what you want to achieve. This may be hard for growth. There are many different business goals that people can have. This can be increasing social media following. This could be gaining more recognition. This could be getting more traffic on their shop. There can even be goals such as impacting people's lives, being able to help one kid. There are many goals based on what you want to do for your business. There's no good or bad goals. It is the goals that you want to set for yourself and that you want to achieve. Don't feel bad if you don't achieve these right away, or it takes you a while to achieve them, or perhaps you don't even achieve them at all. See what works for you and adjust to it. If something isn't working, change it. Next, we have the products and services. For this example, I used a name called Silly Smile Shirts. Features can include many different things for your product or service, whether it's something that makes it unique, whether it's part of a certain material, or has a certain feature on it. And then materials would be what you need to create it. Or you can use this as materials that the product is made of. In this example, I used materials that I needed to create this shirt. And finally, the price. If you're unsure how to price your products or services, don't answer right away. We can move on to the next page and come back to it. Last, what type of opportunity is it? Especially for things that only come seasonal or yearly, monthly, weekly. or if it's all year round. These are opportunities that we have. Opportunities can include things that we might have in the future for this product, such as new designs. Products and service page includes current products and services. Now, if you're starting out for a business, you may not have any products. You may just have an idea of a product, and that's fine. For this example, it's starting out, so I put none because we only have an idea. We don't have an actual product. The next part is future ideas for a product. There are many ideas that we get, but sometimes it's best just to stick with one product first and then move on to the next. That's why we included a future ideas part, so you're able to write all those ideas down, even if you can't do it at the moment. Next is the manufacturer. Is it going to be yourself or outsourcing? For many, it is better to outsource, but for others, it may be too pricey and may be better to just do it themselves. It is best to do the research on which one would be more cost effective, but also which one would work for you. There's no right or wrong way. Find what works best for you. Next is if you decide on a manufacturer. You want to know what price you're going to pay for the manufacturer. Or if you're not going to pay for a manufacturer, how much will the materials cost for you to do it yourself? And you can add how much the store will be charging you, such as shipping fees. When you take this cost, you could determine what price you want. For this example, the total cost for this imaginary store would be $18. If I price it for $22, I will be getting $4 in revenue. If this is ideal for me, I could continue at this price. If not, I could put the price a little higher, so I am able to make a more higher revenue. Just be sure not to overprice your stuff just to be getting a lot of money. Next is your team. Who's the CEO and owner, which is most likely you. Or if you shared a partnership, it would be you and that person. Next would be the marketing and social media manager and the web design. For this example, I included other people that would be helping out in this team because it would be a lot. One person manages being the owner, marketing and social media manager, and web designer. Others, they may want a whole team so they are able to focus on that specific category, whether that be a manufacturer, another person part of another role, or if it's just no one. Next is the marketing analysis. This goes into your targeted audience. Same thing as the first page, you could draw pictures or just write it. For a target audience, it would be parents, family members of children, and people who are shopping for children's toys. Yes, these are for children, but it's really parents or people who are buying for younger children who are. The demographics would include people who are between the ages of 20 and 50 as the shoppers, but the demographics for people who are actually going to wear this is 3 to 11. The location would be where they're at, which I put the USA, but if you plan to ship internationally, you could put internationally. And last is the priority needs. What need would they be able to fulfill? On this page is also the SWOT analysis, which is the strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. This analyzes your competitors. What is the strength of these competitors? What are the weaknesses of these competitors? What opportunities do you have to compare to these competitors? What potential threats do you have to these competitors? This can help you be potentially better than your competitors to attract that group that you want to sell to. Next is the marketing and sales strategies. The first part includes what social media platform you'll be using. If you're using multiple, you would want to write down multiple. If you're only going to use one, you could start with one. On the bottom, I included some social media post ideas. Even if you don't have an idea right now, you could come back and either write it or draw how you want it to be. The next page includes the financial projection. This can be including important dates that you have to pay for something or a project and what you have to put into it and when. Also included on this page are the expensive. This can include the shop domain, the store building if you're in a physical location, materials, products, services, anything that would fall under that category. The following page has business tasks, which includes daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly tasks. These can be used for everyday things such as packing orders, checking emails, weekly things such as checking your quantity, making sure that you post every week, monthly tasks such as making sure your bank statement is correct. And lastly, we include the risk analysis. This identifies potential hazards that you may face. It also has prevention measurements and their responsibilities. This can show what can go wrong, what can you do to solve it, and what responsibilities do you have to trying to avoid this, if any. If you'd like to use this page, it will be in our Etsy shop. We thank you for listening. Please be sure to check out our shop if you're interested in buying something. If you have any questions that you would like us to answer, if you have any worksheets or pages that you would want us to create, comment below. Like, subscribe, and share with others to support us in our business. We thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end, please comment a bee emoji in the comments. Have a great day, everyone. Be safe.